Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel, and welcome to a video where we're signing someone. Yeah, a bit of a weird one. Kevin Danso. We'll be talking about Kevin Danso and the news surrounding the deal. It has been, here we go, confirmed. Ornstein as well. All the big boys have all said this is happening. We have an idea as what the deal looks like now as well. So we're talking about that as well. I just want to say, if you're watching this, you subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. Quite a few people say good evening to Inia D's, Joshua, goaltender, Naima, GG, Giant, Steampunk, Tony, Joshua, Josh, Rec, Sonia, how are we all? Look, Kevin Danso, let's talk about it. So Ornstein was the first one to give you the real big one. Saying that Kevin Danso pulls out of a loan move to Wolves. Tottenham exploring the deal to sign the centre-back from Lens. The 26-year-old Austrian international scheduled to undergo Wolves medical on Sunday, so tomorrow. But head was turned by Spurs, switched to Tottenham, now being worked on. That was, I think, about 35 minutes ago, maybe 45 minutes ago. Ben Jacobs saying the same thing. Wolves have been informed that Kevin Danso is going to Tottenham. Fabrice Hawkins, 28 minutes ago, deal agreed. But look, that's the first part. Let's get into the real stuff of it. Ornstein then gives you the real juicy information. Tottenham reach agreement with Lens to sign Kevin Danso on a permanent move. Deal for 26-year-old centre-back worth 25 million euros. Personal terms in place on a 5.5-year contract. Medical done. Austrian international was set to join Wolves before Tottenham launched a hijack. The fact the medical is done, by the way, is mental already. The medical is done. That's just a bit. He's supposed to do his medical tomorrow in Wolves, so he's done his medical today. So it's a bit of a weird one on that side of things. But yeah, if you feel like you needed the Romano, here we go. I'll give it to you now. Kevin Danso to Tottenham, here we go. Agreement in place with the Austrian centre-back, 25 million euro package until the deal until June 2030. Medical booked on Sunday after Wolves had agreed a verbal agreement in place, also medical ready. Hijack completed. There you go. Hijack completed for Kevin Danso. It came out of nowhere for sure. Look, Kevin Danso sort of really just sort of looking at. Let's go through some of his sort of personal stats and things like that. So he's 26 years old. He is 27 towards the first about a month into the next season. So he's somewhat a young 26-year-old. He's quite a large centre back, but I'll talk about that in a second. He's right-footed. His contract did expire in the summer of 2027. He's played 14 times a season, playing just over 1,250 minutes. Yeah, weird one with Kevin Danso. I was sort of watching and sort of looking at the player and the stylistically how he would fit Spurs. Looks good on the ball. That's the first thing I noticed, was the looks good on the ball. And I think really in Ange's system, we really just want centre-halves that are good on the ball. I think that's kind of why Archie Gray maybe he's done as well as he has at centre-back, is because he is such a good player on the ball. Yeah, he looks very good on the ball. I mean, just want to calculate. He is about 6'3", I think he is as well. So quite a large centre back as well as that. You know, good on the ball, athletic enough. I think we fall into a trap really as Spurs fans where we look at centre backs and go, they're not very quick. They actually are. You're just comparing them to Mickey van der Ven, and that's your issue, right? And I do it myself all the time. You know, I go, well, he's somewhat quick, but he's just, I don't know, I'm not getting that vibe. And you sort of realise, yeah, I mean, Mickey van der Ven is one of one. Maybe if we think about players as centre backs, are they quick? And you go, actually, he is probably quite quick. You know, he's 26. He's 26. Was I right in saying that? He's 26. 26, yeah. Look, now let's be real. Obviously, we as Spurs fans will completely support Kevin, and we're going to hope he's going to do an absolutely amazing job. And he's got himself a long-term deal with us. I mean, we're buying him permanently for nearly, I think it's about £21 million. you're going to bring up you're going to bring up your spend of the January window to about 34, 35 million, something in and around that. Now, the key thing to remember this has taken too long. This shouldn't have happened on the 1st of February at 10 past 10 in the evening. This should have been done weeks ago if we were truly keen on him. Gives you that you have to have that in the back of your mind. You should still be happy with signing someone, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking, we've been out centre backs for so long. We shouldn't be doing this just because Dragićen's gone down. We shouldn't be doing this. Stylistically, look, he does fit what we want at centre back, and we should be, open-minded to him having success with us. But you also have to sit there and go, but let's be real, if the window ends with Kinski and Danso being your only signings, that's a massive failure. We still need more, which I'm going to come to in just a second. Morning, Terry and Dragon. How are you, lads? You all right? So look, by the way, if I've not said good morning to you, or afternoon or evening, to you all, if I haven't, how are you? You all right? Look, just a little bit more to add from the Wolves side of things. It was only released 2 hours ago that Wolves are very close to signing Kevin Danso. They said it was a straightforward loan for the rest of the season after bids of up to just under 21 million were turned down. Excuse me. This was from John Percy through the Telegraph. He then put out at 9:30, so about that was about 50 minutes ago now. Wolves are incredibly frustrated over Kevin Danso U-turn after agreeing a deal with Lons and with the medical arranged for Sunday. Tottenham now set to sign him, which is just bonkers. That's a turnaround and a half, But we're hijacking teams, aren't we? That's what we do now. It's just. I mean, we're interested in FC. We're interested in FC. We're monitoring FC. Now we're just hijacking FC. All right. So look, there's that on Danso. Look, we'll see how he rocks and rolls. He will be, you would assume, in the squad for Liverpool. He won't be obviously good to go for tomorrow. He won't be registered in time, so it'll be Liverpool in the week, Aston Villa at the weekend. He will be good to go. Just want to look. Right. Okay, so he is not cup tied for European football as well, so he's good to play in the Europa League. So there you go. There's another thing to put your hat onto. But yes, here we go. Confirmed Kevin Danso. So to Spurs, you'd expect to probably see him in a Spurs shirt Monday morning, Monday lunchtime, is my guess. With the Spurs game tomorrow, they're not going to want to put out content of him signing until then, but we'll sort of see from there. Now, one thing we should probably talk about is going forward. What is the situation going forward? Because obviously we're now in a situation with the window now shutting in 2 days and 41 minutes. The window shuts 2 days and 41 minutes. We obviously have a situation where we still need more. We do. We really, really do still need more. And where do Spurs go next? Now, there was chatter that Spurs still might get 2 centre-backs. I never thought we would get 2, if I'm honest. I think Radu's injury, look, don't get wrong, it's not going to help. And, you're going to need a centre-back. But let's be real and let's be somewhat realistic. They're probably looking at Mickey coming back. Romero's coming back real soon. Davies is back. Archie's been good there. They're probably looking at going, we're just going to get the one and pray that Dragićen makes a comeback, earlier than ahead of schedule. But going forward, what is Spurs' next move? Are they shutting up shop? Are they going to the attacker? Are they going to the midfielder? What are they doing? I've got something for you. Alistair Gold saying that Ange also wants a new attacker before the window closes. So we're looking at a situation where, yes, when we were linked to Kolo Muani, we were linked to Tell. They are players that play across the front three, the left winger, the right winger, and the striker. Spurs are going to be shopping in that market again. Where they're going to be, I don't know. Dibbling feels like quite a safe shout. That's where Spurs may be. There was one other one that I wanted to bring in. If I can find it. It won't be Mateus Cunha. He just signed a new long-term deal before anyone asked me. What I think it was this. Yeah, it was. This was the one that. This is the one that had my attention, right? Florian Plettenberg saying this. He says, although Pep Guardiola recently stated publicly that James McAtee should stay, a transfer is still possible. It all depends on suitable offers. Talks of Premier League clubs are ongoing. City rejected an offer from Leverkusen for a loan with an option to buy of 25 million euros. That sets the benchmark. And McAtee is one to watch until deadline day. Now, he is a youngster. He is a very young player. But he is someone we have been linked to. Just want to give you that heads up. We've been linked to, I mean, Rashford is going to Man United, Aston Villa. We were linked to Rashford. He's going to Villa. We've been linked to Garnacho. I don't see that deal happening. I just don't. With Rashford moving on, I feel like it was one or two of them moving. It wasn't going to be both. McAtee, someone we linked to. Dibbling, someone we linked to as well. By the way, nearly 300 people are watching this. This is actually mad. So appreciate it that you're watching. And if you are new, you're bloody legends, all of you. Now we're just past 300, crazy. But look, McAtee, it feels like that feels like someone that could be on Spurs' radar. He's a young player, really exciting player, really talented youngster, by the way. I can't stress enough. Man City are producing so many good youngsters, and McAtee is the next sort of wonder kid coming through. Obviously, Dibbling still at Southampton. We're linked with him. That's got a bit quiet. Hang on. When does Southampton play? Did they play today? They did. They won 2-1. Mental. Did Dibbling played, right? No, he's injured, isn't he? What am I doing? He's injured. But yeah, Southampton played today. So that's going to be, by the way, summer fruit squash. I did get one in the end. All right. And I do also have a rum and ginger beer. So there you go. I got 2 drinks. I'm double parked. With he was on the bench, was he? Hang on a second. Am I being an idiot? Was he on the bench? He was on the bench. Apologies. Yes, Tyler Dibbling actually was on the bench. So you've got to think he's back from injury now. He's back from in. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I wasn't looking at the bench too clearly. So you got to think he's back from injury. McAtee's going to be in there with someone that we're linked to. It could be someone that we don't know about. Totally get the idea. We know Johan Lang works in quiet. I just think, is there anyone else that we have been linked to that it could be? I think the only 3 that you could put your hat on and saying is McAtee, Dibbling, and Garnacho. Yeah, that's the only reason, you know. We'll sort of see. I'm just having a quick look. Bear with me. I'm just having a quick look. So look, yeah, Tomori's not happening. So we know that he's not happening. Supposedly Kevin Danso counts as homegrown. Supposedly. Yeah, okay. No, nothing attacker-wise. I would expect tomorrow. Well, we play at 2:00. I would say tomorrow, maybe evening, we might hear something, because I think they're panicking right now, and I think they're moving at the speed of light, trying to get deals done and trying to get things in place. So it's making me think tomorrow evening we might hear something, sort of maybe Monday morning, one of those two. But yeah, I don't think it'll be Visser. I think it'll be too late now. Obviously, Brentford, I know, play us, so we know exactly how their week goes. But I think it's too late for Visser. I think it's going to be. I mean, even though we have been we've been linked with this, and we've worked on that deal supposedly, and we've been talking to Brentford. It just gives me a vibe that it won't be him. I've just got a feeling it'll be Dibbling. I've got a feeling it'll be Dibbling. Look, if it's McAtee, I like McAtee. The issue is you're going to get fans that are going to be really unhappy because obviously he's not really, ready to go. Neither's Dibbling, to be fair. This is the one that you kind of look at and go, yeah, he's ready to go. He's years of Prem experience. He's a player, but I think it'll be Dibbling. That's my guess. We'll sort of see on that one. So let's do a poll. Actually, I've got to do a poll on Danso. I want to get your views on Danso. Danso, happy, unhappy. Let's see how you guys feel. I want to see how you guys feel. And I saw that Kulu's elusive right foot. You ran out of squash. That's if I could send you some. If I could send you some, but I'll drink it for us. No, but there's no real Bakayoko links. No, I think that's a summer move for Bakayoko. If I had to guess. Lloyd Kelly's going to Juventus is such a weird one. So I've just looked at that. Yeah, it won't be Delap, unfortunately. Yeah, Mark. Sensio's off to Villa supposedly as well. Villa are going for it. Fair play to him. Obviously, you're moving off of Duran, and there was talk about João Felix as well. So they're just trying to sort of stack out the squad a little bit more. Obviously they've got some centre back injuries at the moment. Villa, they were playing. They were playing Conser and was it Bodegaard? I think so. They got some injuries at centre back as well. So surprised they didn't try and hijack our hijack. How much you pay for squash in my country? $6. Probably maybe £2. £2 for a bottle, something like that, somewhere around there. How do I feel about him? I think, look, I think he's a solid player. I don't think he's going to blow your socks off. He's not a Mickey or Romero. He would be I think a fair way to say he's probably a tier below that. But I'd also sit there and say, if we had to play him, I'm not sitting there going, oh, I mean, good in the air as well. That's the other thing. When we look at set pieces and we get a little bit worried, although we've been much better at defending set pieces this year, if you've got, players like Danso at the back, you're kind of going, all right, we're actually probably going to be able to defend the high ball a bit better now. So I think it's in terms of, effectiveness, it's a solid move. Is it somewhat too late in the window? Absolutely. It's about 3 weeks too late in the window, at least 2 weeks. So, but if he stays fit, we should just be happy, to be honest. We should just be happy. In the middle of that, don't know anything about him. All I know is we needed a centre back and we got one still. # Levy out. Yeah, we're still unhappy with Levy. Don't you worry. There's a Keith bomber, is there? Yeah, Sensio's. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, no, there is a Paul O'Keefe bomber. Right. Okay. Spurs still considering Axel Disasi in addition to Kevin Danso. They have a broad agreement with Chelsea on a loan. Villa are still in the frame for him. Okay, right. Let's wrap up on Danso. For the most part, I think we're all quite happy. Okay. Morning, mate. How are you? Would I take in Buemo? Yeah, of course I would. The guy's an absolute baller. Absolute baller. Look, all right. Let's talk Disasi. Let's do it. Let's talk Disasi. Tottenham logic. How are you, my friend? We need to send it back and got one. So it's better nothing. So better than nothing. Probably our sixth choice when we need a left back, right winger by tomorrow to give us a chance to win a cup. Ooh, you called Levy and told him to drop Disasi. Well, you've done a terrible job because he's not dropping him. Let's talk him then. Let's repeat this. Spurs still considering Axel Disasi in addition to Kevin Danso. They have a broad agreement with Chelsea on a loan. Aston Villa are still in the frame. That's from Paul O'Keefe. So look, there was talk about, obviously, was it yesterday that I said they wanted potentially 2 centre-backs to come in, with obviously the Radu Dragic injury being what it is and looks like it's going to be something that's going to be multiple months. We haven't had the full diagnosis about the situation yet, so we're going to wait and see what it is. But obviously, if they're looking to move for 2 centre-backs, you would have to say that, yeah, Dragic is probably going to be injured long-term. So where does that go from there? And I thought, well, okay, they're going to sign 1 centre-back. And I thought, well, Tomori looks like deal off. Danso, all right, they're signing. apparently they're not out of that market just yet. Disasi is someone they're thinking about. How do we feel about a Disasi move then? Because I'm seeing a lot of people hitting me with a hell no, and there's a lot of no's. I mean, thank God we didn't get Disasi. And Jonah, you might be jumping the trigger there, my friend, because we're still in that market. Evening, Polly. How are you? Naipan staying at Rosenborg. He's staying at Rosenborg. Never Disasi disaster. Well, do you know what? 400 people watching me. What a mental live this is. Bloody cheers to you all. Let's do a poll for Disasi though, because I think this is the best way to do it. So you can all just hit me with it all at once. Just Disasi, yes or no. There you go. Just do Disasi, yes or no. How do you feel? So obviously, Danso, I feel like we had for the most part, 78 to 80% happiness on. Interesting on Disasi, how we feel about him, because with Danso, the stylistic play works at centre back. He's quite good on the ball. He looks somewhat confident on the ball. Disasi doesn't give me those vibes. Physically, can handle. Got to handle the prem physicality, but just on the ball and just athletically, I just don't see it as much. Sorry, let me come back to you. I was just reading something on Twitter about it all. Chelsea fans don't rate him. That says a lot. If Chelsea fans don't rate him, you know what I mean? If they splash the cash, Gray can save our season. So for the most part, we're probably one end to the other. We've got obviously people quite happy about Danso, people quite unhappy about Disasi. So, look on Discord. What have you sent me? Jesus Christ, Teddy. Jesus Christ, mate. Look, I don't really feel like Disasi's the right move, but I mean, if it's someone that we have there as a body, I mean, the issue is he's cup tied. He's cup tied in both the League Cup and the FA Cup, so he can't play in the cup competitions for us. He can play in Europe. He can do that, and he can play in the Prem. That's it. So don't really get that move. I'd say I don't really get that move. When you think about it, there's only 2 more games of the League Cup, and the FA Cup you have to wait and see. So I'm maybe not as hot on that as other people are, and disturbed by that. But can we do something that's a bit more stylistically fitting of centre back potentially? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just looking at more about the Disasi situation. Okay. Yeah. They are definitely still considering Disasi. You pray for him not to come. I don't think the cup tie rule still stands anymore. I don't know. It's just something I saw a couple of days ago. It's Itakura down. That's not a bad shout. Yeah, we got linked to Itakura earlier on this window, but that just went radio silent, didn't it? Disasi is clumsy and full of mistakes. Chelsea fans call him and the other French defender, the Chuckle brothers, said no, I prefer both Dorrington and Phillips. Oh, what was it? Badiashile, that's it, isn't it? That's the other centre back. But look, Disasi we'll have to see on. It's another body. I don't know. Yeah, Sensio's moving to Villa from PSG. He's 29, mental. But look, Danso's coming in. That's something we should hang our hats on. Danso's going to be coming in. Disasi, let's see how that deal progresses. That always, let's be real, Villa are still in that market. They've got Champions League football. He might still go there. Let's see what happens on the attacker, though, because on the attacker, I'm not really sure where they're going with it. Needing someone that can play at least 2 positions of the 3 in the attack, that's the key thing there. I mean, in reality, it's hard to get someone who's going to play all 3. So my thinking is I'd like him to be able to play striker and a wing position. That's probably my thinking. Because I think Son's been very durable, but there comes a point where Son normally gets an injury or two, so we have to be aware of that. Obviously, Johnson's out right now. Kulu's been an Iron Man again, as well as like Sonny. But again, when does maybe that sort of train run its course? That's my thinking. Consider FC, Interest FC, Panic Station FC, Type 1 FC. Apparently, Dancer said what he dreamt of playing for us. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. No, I hope we don't get Okafor as well, Marek. I hope Villa get Disasi. That will be a blessing for Spurs. Disasi is just a panic buy. Villa losing to Wolves is huge. We need Musa Sissoko. He's playing at Watford, I think, still. We have enough striker cover. Yeah, I don't know. Just, Slanky's missed a bit of time. Richie's somewhat injury prone. I don't want to put it all on Dane Scarlett's head, if you know what I mean. I want someone that can play there and a wing position, Yeah, it has been Martin. Where's Nico Williams? Where's Vlahovic? Yeah, we're not doing those. I'll be back in 10 days. Yeah, he's not back in too long. Probably say 10 days to 2 weeks is my thinking on him. We need a good right winger. I'd probably say so as well. Just play the 3 youngsters to the end of the season. Just go from there. Let's not bully them and ruin them. Although someone did tell me that Perisic is actually ahead of Bakayoko quite often in the team. Just saying. Apparently room for Dybala. Yeah, apparently there's some image rights that we have an issue with. I don't know much about image rights, If I'm honest, I'm happy that Tel rejected. I think a move in the summer for a winger that we really have time to think about and not have to rush would be great. Well, let's see. But look, some really fascinating stuff this evening. We'll obviously be back tomorrow morning to do our last minute thoughts ahead of Brentford as well. Leandro Damio, here we go. God. He must have done like 8 million medicals. Yeah, we'll see about tomorrow. Obviously, we will be doing last minute thoughts for Brentford tomorrow morning. Join us for that as well. Obviously, if you're new, subscribe, be a legend. You're very much welcome to join the community that we have. Yes, we're back tomorrow. And then, post-match of Brentford game, we'll be doing the review of that game. And if any transfer news goes up and goes live, we will go live with it. You know how we do it on this channel, all right? But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Absolute legends. Go and enjoy the rest of your evenings. Go enjoy the Royal Rumble if you're watching it. I will be. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care, everyone. Peace.